This is Clyde's Honest Reviews, where I have a strict set of rules that I follow upon reviewing new and old titles alike, and whether or not I would recommend them for the average viewer. What's important to you guys is important to me, and the biggest factor in recommending a video game, in my opinion, is the amount of entertainment you can get for the amount of money that you spend on the game. This leads to the major factors in my review system: the pros, the cons, the potential, and most importantly, my gameplay hours, or likely gameplay hours. Why did I make this system? Because I got tired of people recommending video games based off of story or mechanics alone. Sure, a great story or mechanics will go a very long way, but when everything's said and done, if your game's only fun for 10 hours, or I can fully complete the game and 100% all the achievements within 30 hours, I shouldn't be paying $60 for it. What's going on, everybody? This is Clydean Fair, and first and foremost, I want to welcome you all to the channel. We're going to be pushing the rest of the fluff and stuff off to the side for now and dig straight into the content, since that's what you're here for. Do you like roguelites? Do you like to cook? Do you like to burn an entire restaurant down due to your incompetence? If you answered yes to at least one of these, then you may just love this title. PlateUp is a game where the player is in charge of running their restaurant. Each restaurant is what most roguelite and roguelike veterans would know as a run. Each run consists of the player choosing a main dish and a restaurant floor plan, then proceeds to attempt to keep the restaurant operating for as long as possible. Each day, the player will have the ability to buy new appliances and furniture to streamline their services. These appliances and furniture can range from a new dining room table or countertop to an automated conveyor belt that feeds flour into a mixing machine to make dough. Every few days, the player will obtain a star, which will give them a card that will alter the behavior of the customers or the food menu. Some of these cards may add an appetizer to the menu, others may cause guests to immediately order by screaming and removing a time buffer. What happens if you are getting a first-time item in the middle of a run and you don't know how to make it? Well, it's simple. There is a practice mode that you can turn on before each opening day. In it, players are able to work out recipes and test their floor plan and appliances to see if their current setup will work or if adjustments are needed. If a player is able to survive 15 days of the restaurant being open, they will unlock a franchise mode, which will let the player choose to open a chain store of a previous completed run with the same floor plan, menu, and cards already selected and locked in. The player can also choose to scrap a franchise for bonus experience to help level themselves up. Which brings us to the overall progression system. Levels. After each run ends, regardless of whether or not the player was able to create a franchise, the player is rewarded with experience towards their profile's level. Upon every level up, new features become available, whether they are menu items or access to custom seated floor plans. So far, I've only touched on the core mechanics of the game, but we haven't even started on what really makes this title shine: multiplayer. The amount of chaos that ensues from having up to 4 people running around in various outfits trying to operate the restaurant is pretty comical. The best part about multiplayer is that you can host a session for a friend who has not yet bought the game using Steam's sharing feature. So it makes a solid way of demoing the game or playing once in a while with a friend in case the game isn't your usual cup of tea. Progress is also shared amongst the players who join a friend's run. They will be able to return to their own hub and receive experience and potentially items from helping out other restaurants. Okay, Clyde, I get it. You've been ranting and raving about this title, but haven't stated any cons or drawbacks. Well, you got me, guys. You got me. This game lacks a mid-run save function, and the closest thing to saving this game you can get is Alt F4ing. This tactic can also be used to save scum, but honestly, save scumming isn't really needed in this game since there is a practice mode. There's no need for you to save scum in a run if you're able to practice before you start the run and make sure that your practice goes seamlessly, so you'll be fine and you'll adapt for each run, and you should already be prepped for it. And at that point, if you fail, then well, welcome to a roguelite and the run's over, just start a new one, you'll be fine. The biggest problem with this game isn't the lack of a save feature, it's the lack of a lobby search feature. If players are wanting to find other players to play with, they need to look for communities on social media and add them on Steam, as the only way to have multiple people join a session is through local co-op or your Steam friends list. Yeah, I get it, Clyde. What's this all mean? Let's break it down then. The pros. A chaos simulator. You can burn an entire restaurant down while running around in circles. Automation's actually really cool. The cons: no multiplayer lobby search feature, and there's no mid-run save feature. Time to cost. Here it is, the bottom line, the ultimate truth. Your hour to dollar ratio. The game costs roughly $18, and I've only got 41 hours in it, and I still actively play this game with friends and on live streams and solo. I'm not gonna bother giving you guys a total estimate of how many hours I will end up putting into this title, since I'm already over double the cost and hour ratio and everything like that, and I still actively play it. There isn't an easy way for me to estimate this one. So given the numbers I've stated earlier, we're just gonna go with a little over 2 hours of entertainment per dollar spent, which earns it a nice recommendation level. Not a solid or like buy it now, but as of right now, and I still actively play this game, it's a good recommendation. If this type of game's up your alley, as in you really enjoy roguelikes or rogue-ish type games, or you enjoy games like Cooking Mama, I hate cooking games and I love this game. So let me just put that out there. Odds are you're going to enjoy this. I'd highly recommend grabbing it just because of the chaos elements, and especially if you have friends that already own the game. And if you don't have any friends that own the game, but you guys are looking for something that's fun to play co-op, I recommend reaching out to your friends and say, hey guys, let's try PlateUp. Only one of you needs to buy it if there's only 2 of you guys there, because you'll be able to do the Steam local co-op thing and play it that way. And if it goes on sale and you don't have it, just definitely snag it. It's totally worth it. I'd like to thank you all for sticking around for this video. And if you enjoyed this content and would like to see more review videos such as this, please like the video and leave a comment. And I do read your comments and check them for feedback and whatnot, and I try to actively implement the changes into my videos to increase the quality, likability of them. And also, if you guys like these videos and you want to see more of them, you gotta subscribe to the channel. You gotta hit that little button there. That way you know the new videos are out. Anyway, guys, until next time, have a good one.